Hi everyone, are you all fine? Hope all of you are staying safe. Stay yourselves safe. Today we start a new lesson, fraction. I think we study fraction from standard 2. From here in all classes you will study a lesson about fraction. You all know what are fractions. What are fractions? Fractions are parts of a whole. What is meant by whole? It is meant by a complete object or a thing. ഒരു മുഴുവനായ ഒരു objectന്റെ parts or pieces are referred to as fractions. Look here, what is this? This is an whole apple. I am cutting this into two halves. Look here, now I cut the apple into two pieces. The fractions start when we cut an object into pieces. There the fraction starts. Here I cut this whole apple into two pieces. This is half and this is half. How many parts? Altogether how many parts? Altogether two halves. This is 1 out of 2 part and this is 1 out of 2 parts. That means 2 parts. 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2. As a fraction we can represent this as 1 by 2. This also as 1 by 2. Look here, fractions are parts of a whole. Look here, I cut this whole apple into 2 parts. So now this is a fraction. When we start cutting an object into pieces, there the fraction starts. Total parts, when I cut this apple into 2, now the total parts is 2 and a fraction of this part is 1 by 2. This is the fraction bar. Whenever we see a fraction bar, it is a fraction. You understand, that is a fraction. Here this part is the numerator and this part is the denominator. This is the upper part. Numerator is the upper part and numerator is the upper part of the fraction and denominator is the down part, D, or the lower part of the fraction. These are the common things to remember about fraction. Okay, then again, look here, again I cut these apples into 2 more pieces. Now it become 4 equal parts. Now each part is how many parts? Total 4 parts. Each part is 1 by 4 of the total parts. Total pieces 4. Each piece represents 1 by 4 piece. You got the idea? First of all, this is 1 by 4. This is 1 by 4. Here I cut this apple into 2 more pieces. Now all become 4 pieces. Here total 4 piece. This is 1 by 4 of the total piece. This is 1 by 4 of the total part. This is 1 by 4 of the total part. All this 1 by 4 of the total part. So all these parts together form a whole part of the apple. 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. You got the idea about fraction? I cut the whole apple into 4 pieces and each piece represent 1 out of 4 part. So this is the fraction part, this is the numerator, this is the denominator. You study fractions are parts of a whole. Then when this fractions become whole, now this is a fraction, when this fraction become whole? When the numerator and denominator are same, then the fraction become a whole. That means first I cut the apple into 2. Again I cut the apple into 4. each piece is 1 by 4. That means total 4 parts. Each piece is 1 by 4 of the total parts. When this numerator and denominator become same, that is 4 by 4. When this numerator become same as the denominator, then it becomes odd or complete. Got the idea? I cut the full apple into pieces. Then all these pieces come together, that will become a whole or complete object. Then next we will study types of fraction. Look here. Types of fraction. First, there are total 5 types of fraction. First one, proper fraction. Proper fraction. That means the numerator is less than the denominator. In a fraction, when numerator is less than the denominator, that type of fraction is called a proper fraction. For example, 4 by 7. Here denominator is greater, numerator is less. 1 by 2. 3 by 5. All these are examples of proper fraction. Then second one is improper fraction. Here numerator is less than denominator. Here improper fraction means numerator is greater than the denominator. When numerator is greater than the denominator, that type of fractions are called improper fraction. For example, 8 by 2, 7 by 3, 2 by 1, 16 by 5. All these are examples of improper fraction. Then the third type, like fractions. Like fractions. Here, fractions with the same denominator. Same denominator. Fractions with the same denominators are called like fractions. For example, all of you listen here. After that, I will give you note after. For example, 7 by 8, 2 by 8, 5 by 8, 16 by 8. All these are like fractions. Then the fourth one, unlike fractions. If the like fractions are that a fraction with the same denominator, then what will be unlike fractions? Fractions with the different denominator. Different denominators are called unlike fraction. For example, 7 by 8, 5 by 6, 1 by 2, 9 by 10. All these are, that means fractions with the denominators are different. For a like fraction, denominators are same. For an improper fraction, numerator is greater than the denominator. For a proper fraction, numerator is less than the denominator. Then the fifth type of fraction is the mixed fraction. Fifth type of fraction is the mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. Here there will be an whole number part and a fractional part. That means, for example, 2 and 1 by 2. Whole number part, this is a whole number, this is a fraction part. 5 and 1 by 4, whole number and a fraction part. 8 and 7 by 2. This is an whole number, this is a fraction part. What is meant by whole number? Whole number means numbers from 0 to infinity. So there will be, in mixed fraction, there will be an odd number and a fractional part. That type of fractions are called mixed fractions. So total 5 types of fractions: proper fraction, improper fraction, like fraction, unlike fraction, and mixed fraction. Proper fraction, numerator less than denominator. Improper fraction, numerator greater than denominator. Like fraction, fraction with the same denominator. Unlike fraction, fractions with a different denominator. And mixed fraction is a part, there will be an odd number and a fractional part. So altogether there are 5 types of fraction, and you will study all these fractions in details in the next classes. Okay.